trending topic of the day.
All right. The NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, released a video message saying the NFL was wrong for not listening to players about their concerns on race, including kneeling during the national anthem during games. The thing that people mostly gravitated towards was the fact that the person who originally peacefully protested was Colin Kaepernick, who is still yet to be allowed back in the NFL after he was labeled as disrespecting the national anthem as he kneeled to protest police brutality. So, Chris, if the NFL was wrong, wouldn't that mean they should admit that Kaepernick was right?
You darned tootin'. I'm trying not to curse, but this shit is getting on my nerves. I'm telling you, man. It was so funny how I never thought I'd see it, but one day I'm flipping around with the remote and I'm like, I recognize that guy. Who is that guy? Oh, it's the commissioner of the NFL. I wonder what he's gonna say right now. And then he said the words, "We were wrong." I honestly just thought, okay, but you didn't mention the person who was right like 3-4 years ago. You didn't say any of that. You didn't mention anything. Nike was ahead of the curve. They backed Colin Kaepernick from the very beginning, and they got a lot of shit from it. I mean, people burning shoes and all kinds of stuff. It was crazy.
You had to buy the shoes, dummy, but okay.
Yeah, you still have to buy the shoes, exactly. And then after a while, like a couple of months later, same people probably burning stuff. They probably went back into the stores and replaced a couple of those things. They know they did. It's smooth over. And Nike is still, number one. They're still out, selling the most of them. The one thing that stood out to me the most was a comment somebody made. I think it was on ESPN who said, somebody said that if NFL was smart and if any team, I don't care which team it is, were to bring him on as a quarterback, because of what's going on right now and everything, do you know how much money that those jersey sales would be right now? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that are still upset with Colin Kaepernick, but the people who are now, especially now, the money that the NFL is probably leaving on the table right now, because if there was a brand new jersey with Kaepernick on the back with a new team or maybe his old team, those jerseys, I'm sure his jersey is still selling right now, his old jersey.
I've seen people at protests in them, like people.
It's for any other reason, not besides the fact that he's still in great shape, he's still young enough to play the game, he's still one of the best quarterbacks. He did go to the Super Bowl. I mean, all that other stuff out the way. But that's just my 2 cents, whatever that's worth. But I mean, Amy, I don't know. Did you catch that trending top? Did you see that?
Yeah,
that buzzing around.
I mean, I don't think I have a ton to add just beyond it's insane. Again, I've seen the argument over and over again of people discussing the protests of, well, why can't you just do it peacefully? Why can't you do it? Colin Kaepernick did. Yeah. He tried for a very long time to use his platform to peacefully stand up for what he saw was wrong. And I'm glad the tide is turning and these statements are being issued. But that man definitely deserves, respect due for what he did and deserves, a major apology and a major shot back at his career. Like the fact that hurt his career as intensely as it did is insanity. And again, it's like, okay, you admitted you were wrong. Now, can you admit that this person was doing what you're asking for? The peaceful protest, the standing up for the thing that we all should have been paying more attention to years ago. So
I think it's like a process. It's like a couple, maybe like in counseling. They're like, I'm not there yet, but maybe a couple of weeks from now, it's like, okay, Colin, I'm ready to admit. I feel like that's what's probably going to happen.
Every team has the good sense and the balls to take them back. I'm not a football fan, but I might I've always been like, well, I just don't have a team I really care about. And as a person who likes sports but has never loved football, I watch football. I'm like a fair weather fan. If the local team, the Houston Texans, are winning, I'm happy, kind of a thing. But I watch other teams play and whatnot. I was thinking about it. Why not New York? Go up from LA to New York. I mean, if there's one city that would probably really have his back right now, a lot of people thought maybe Houston, because of what
what just happened with George Floyd and George Floyd being from Houston, but Houston has a great quarterback, and I don't think I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think any Southern, even if he got an offer, I don't think he should take an offer from any Southern state. That's just me personally. I think a New York, or maybe if he could stay with somewhere in California, would be perfect for him, just because I think the energy would be good. It would be a good fit. Just from the state. I mean, maybe I'm totally wrong. There's probably like 100 like NFL people who know their shit are probably like yelling at the screen. Are you crazy? That defense is terrible. Like yelling at me right now. I'm sorry. I'm not that involved in it. I'm just looking at the t-shirt sales, guys. But the question is, guys, what do you guys think about that? Were you as what's the word? I guess concerned about that whole apology? Did you buy that whole thing? Do you think that the NFL should not only that this is a good first step, but they should also acknowledge who was correct all those years ago on that for a long time on that island by himself, taking all that heat, and let's see if they do that.
Yes, you have to just throw physics and everything out of the window, and you definitely have to turn the brain off. It's like what this guy said earlier. He said it's pretty much like a Michael Bay movie, but a little bit better than a Michael Bay movie.
Shots fired.
Exactly.
I'm gonna reach over all this.